experiences where they're working through all kinds of things happening on the planet as the light on the planet stirs up the dark on the planet and walks us through this transition. And people, what I really want people to know is there's so much spiritual love and support for us. If we just still ourselves, if we just quiet down and listen to that still small voice within, that energy within us, the divine energy that exists in each and every one of us, it will fill us. It will bring us peace. It will bring us the reassurance. It will bring us solutions to the things that we need to get through the experiences that we're living. And there's a whole community of people who are going through this awakening. So we have never been less alone than we are right now on the planet. And the work of Cryon and you guys, as you bring these messages to life and you do the incredible Circle of 12 healing experiences with people, brings so much light and information. We're used to seeing these things as events, but as you know, when you live through these experiences, they're internal. You go through processes and energetic adjustments within your system. So to give yourself the opportunity to really live everything you can to help that awakening and to help you feel centered in that energy and let the light of your spirit really come alive. And these are good times. They're not easy times, but keep your chin up and reach out when you need help, because there's so much available to each and every one of us, both in the invisible and the visible worlds.
Wonderful. Thank you, John, so much.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, John. What a delight.
Great to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you both. And thanks to everybody in the audience. It's an incredible family, the Cryon family. And I love every one of you dearly from the bottom of my heart.
Well, with that delicious, energetic hug and love from John, we're going to take a 10-minute break and then we'll see you back here for the Circle of 12.
Well, welcome back, everybody. John, you're such a wonderful guy. You're just a joy to be with, and thank you so much. And I know you're a personal friend, and it's just been a wonderful thing to have you on this show.
I think it's so perfect, though, that we began our Healing Wednesday premiere with John,
right.
And now in episode 99, we have him back. So
bookends. It's great.
It is. Yeah. It is great.
I know. Well, it's time again to do what we're calling Miracle Moments. This program you're watching is about healing, of course. So we really want to honor all those who really need a healing right now in whatever form. Whatever form means that whether it's emotional or whether it's physical, it doesn't matter. We're inviting you to participate in this week's Miracle Moments, and all of us can come together to help others and ourselves. I'd like to ask Monica to explain how we do this, how it works, and we know that together we can create the right energy at the right time for all to receive it.
So in your membership portal, there is a place where you can submit a request for prayers and healing energy. It's called Miracle Moments. And in that same place is where you can view the list of people who have put in those requests. And it's a really wonderful thing to go in and just read through those requests and connect in with those and send those people your love and energy and compassion. And because today is World Peace Day, I thought that we could use our time together in Miracle Moments to focus on connecting in with everyone on that list, both now, in the past, and also in the future. And even those who may not even make their way onto that list, but they do need some type of miracle to come into their lives. Let's use our coherent soup of energy we're creating to send them the energy of peace. Because when we get into that peace and that stillness, that's where we can receive the unconditional love that the Creator has for us. And often that's where the healing takes place. So I invite you to close your eyes and focus in on the energy of peace. What does the energy of peace feel like to you? What does the energy of peace look like to you? What does the energy of peace sound like to you? What is that vibration and frequency of peace for you? And as you begin to identify what that frequency, resonance, vibration of peace is, let us collectively send out that vibration, that frequency, that resonance, so that it goes out into an intelligent field that we're all connected to. And from that intelligent field, that wave of peace is now going to descend upon all of those who are requesting a miracle moment. And so that even may include yourself, because you too are included. And so allow yourself to feel or visualize or begin to resonate to these multi-dimensional waves of peace that envelop you, that wrap around you, so that you create this bubble of peace around every cell within your body. And in that same moment, all those requesting a miracle are receiving a bubble of peace wrapping around every cell of their body at the same time. And as these bubbles of peace merge cellular to cellular structure and expanding out around your body into your Merkaba, touching others, we're now creating one big bubble of peace around the world. And in this bubble of peace, we will now sit and welcome the entourage of Cryon.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Cryon. Come a little closer. There are many of you who enjoy this time. It's a time that you can put aside all the things, perhaps, that are on your mind. It's a time that we have created that is a multi-dimensional arena, you might say, an invitation, not just to relax like another meditation, but a time when you go beyond that which you normally go beyond. Is it possible, and I will repeat this many times, is it possible that there are multiple realities? Not just the one that represents where you're sitting or what you're hearing. Is it possible that there are other realities that you exist in simultaneously? I'm not talking about you on another planet, dear ones. I'm talking about you here, sitting where you are. Is it possible that while you're sitting here, that which is your core essence can also be somewhere else? That somewhere else is where I want to take you, yet again. Now, stay with me for a moment while we go into a discussion. The discussion is about consciousness. This now is a discussion that plays into what you have discovered as a humanity. Consciousness is energy. We also have told you many times that consciousness is not one-dimensional. The consciousness, what makes it so amazing, so hard to define, so elusive to so many people to understand, what makes it, it's a multi-dimensional energy. Now, there's something else you should know. Something that has been given to you many times, even on the vehicle of this show, and that is this. Consciousness does not come from your mind. Consciousness comes from somewhere else. It's still you. But that which you call your brain and your mind is not the source of consciousness. Oh, it has an alliance with it. It reacts with it and to it. So does your body. But true consciousness comes from somewhere else. Ask those who have studied it, those whose lives have been dedicated to understanding it. And they'll tell you, consciousness is from your soul. It exists before you got here, as your brain developed, and it was then available. And when you pass, it's still there. Consciousness, therefore, is you, perhaps somewhere else. Let me ask you, have I lost you already? What if that soul of yours is the core of everything? What if your time on this planet is you in a human body with a beautiful mind and a consciousness that is the same as it was before? Comes from your soul, it's been with you every single lifetime. What if you could visit that consciousness, the core of it, even as you sit here as a human? What if this is a part-time event, this being on the planet with your name, and that the full-time event is you home across the bridge where we're going to take you now? We ponder with you, can you do this? Can you understand that all of this is possible? You can be somewhere else at the same time. You are. We present a bridge to you that is a vehicle of transportation. Your mind, your brain, your visualizations, if you wish to, has you walking across it. Some of you don't even walk. You just go there. You go there easily now because you're starting to understand this bridge is not really physical. It's a multi-dimensional bridge between the mind of you and the consciousness of you. You go from that which is known to that which is unknown. Oh. Dear one, I want you to go there today, as we've gone in these last weeks, and do something that you've done in the last weeks with me. Come across this bridge right now to visit you in your magnificent form, your soul, home. Come with me right now while you sit there as a human with this new ability you have to go to this place. Take my hand, let's go. What can I say that I have not said before? It's you with you. It's the 3D you starting to meld together with a soul you. Something that's always been possible and doable. There are so many who like to isolate what's there and what's here, and they say, well, on the other side of the bridge, there are guides and angels, and that's where my higher self is. And then on this side of the bridge, you say, in the place where you're watching, well, there's only a piece and a part of them, and that's incorrect. The correct part, they're always there. It's the amount that you will understand, allow, and perceive that will visit you on this side where you're sitting, perhaps. But they're always there. Always there. And I want you to see something in a different light today. I want you to see you in a different light today. This has been my plea since we started this program. So long ago for some. This idea that you could cross a bridge into that which is your soul, it's still not accepted in so many places, even those in metaphysical places. They'll tell you, well, that's for masters to do. Well, who are you? You are the masters of the age. You are the ones who are going to create peace on this planet. That's who you are. So let's do some of that now. For weeks, we have taken you to a special room. We're going to continue that because there's a lot of work to do in that room. It's not a stage this month or last month. It's a special room. You've been there before. If you've been part of these programs for a while, you know where I'm going to take you. If you haven't, let me tell you. It's a special room that just seems to be empty. Hardly. It's not empty. In that room that seems to be void of anything, perhaps you feel it's in the blackness of space, but in that room there is a chair that you're going to sit in. And it's not a comfortable chair where you're going to have then somebody to meet. It's not that way at all. This is a chair where something's going to happen to you. You might say it's your soul chair. I've said that before as well. You might say it's a chair of transformation. That's the name we've given it. Yet again, here you are, about to sit in the chair of transformation. This is different. This is advanced. We told you when we started this that the circle of 12 is now going to a place where there's a little bit more action than there was before. And before, you were shown things, you were given things, there were things to see, and there were those to talk to, and there was a lot of love. There still is. But suddenly, because you have planted the seeds that we gave you in past months, there's something else that's going on with you. These seeds we gave you to take back across the bridge figuratively, to put inside you and your DNA, figuratively. But the reality is you do. Those seeds need to be harvested. And we told you that this was you, the new you, with these seeds that you would then harvest almost instantly when you came across that bridge and you were there in the chair and you realized there was something different. Well, there is. But now the work begins. I'm repeating what I've said so many times to you in these last weeks. Chair of transformation. When you sit in that chair, the first thing I'm going to ask you is what I've asked you every week. I want you to give permission for transformation. Do you give permission at this moment for something to happen to you now? Say it quietly, say it out loud, doesn't matter. But nothing is going to happen unless you give that permission. I hear that. We sense that. You must give allowance for this kind of change, dear ones. And here it comes again. In this moment, those who are needed to come and circle you and touch you start to arrive. And each time you've done this, it has been a unique group. Some of them are from your Akash. Some of them are from the guides that you always had. Some of them are multiples of your guides. Some of them are pieces and parts of you and your soul that have been waiting for this. And they start to arrive and they encircle you. And the first thing you feel is incredible love. I want you to drop into your heart right now and understand and know that this is a beautiful time for you. These are things you've waited for. There are those who have a certain kind of language. They'll call these actionable items. That means something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. It's not just love. You've walked into a chamber where things get done because you allowed them to. The chair of transformation is activated yet again, and there you sit, and here they come. Slowly they move toward you, and there's a song you hear. It's a song they all know, and you do too when you're not here in that chair in 3 dimensions. And as they sing it, they start to touch the chair. Some of them, with permission, will touch you. But mostly it's the chair. We've said this before. And the chair starts to become part of you, and it starts to vibrate, and there's a subject, and there always will be a subject. This particular transformation is you to allow the things to happen to you that will bring peace to this planet. And you would say, well, what are those things? I'll tell you, there are a lot of them, because you've been trained during a time of negativity. You've been trained all your life in a different consciousness. And sometimes you don't even know that. This is an activation of you. This chair of transformation right now is you being transformed. Allowance. You see things you don't understand. You have allowance. You don't object. You say, wait a minute, it's okay. It's okay. I don't understand it, but it's okay. This is what you're being given. Going into the chair, becoming melded with you, going right to those seeds that you brought back, allowing for their growth. But more than that, a consciousness implanted in you that will allow this transformation from what you don't know to what's going to happen. Are you ready? Are you okay with that? It's going to make it a more peaceful transition for you to understand a little more about what's going on in you, around you, in your life, and to relax with it. This is the transformation of today. You've gone through so many of these, dear ones. Each one is unique. Here you are again this week with still another transformative idea. Will you allow peace in all of its beauty on this planet, even if it means that things will change in a way that you're not used to. That's the transformative chair today. Allowance, relaxation, and always healing. I want you to stay and hear these singing around you as they touch you and they touch the chair, and you stay and you stay, and you know this is real. This is where you belong every week. I'm crying in love with humanity, and so it is.